a new kind of company emerges, taking advantage of instantaneous communications and cheap shipping to put local stores out of business. That new company operates with great efficiency. No, we're not talking about Amazon. Hi everyone, I'm Bob G, the History Doctor. Instead, it's Sears. Richard Warren Sears was a 19-year-old fella in 1887 when he took a job at a rural Minnesota railway station. A shipment of gold watches arrived and no one claimed them. The young Mr. Sears made a deal with the manufacturer and set about selling them. In no time, he had sold out and ordered more. In just a few months, the young Mr. Sears had amassed $5,000, a veritable fortune at that time. So he moved to Chicago and opened the R.W. Sears Watch Corporation. From there, he opened a retail business taking advantage of mail order and the railroads that were crisscrossing the nation more and more at the time. The railroads meant that a family in Maine could get fresh grapefruit from Florida. That wasn't possible in the age before the railroads. In Richard Sears' time with mail order, farmers felt a little inferior. They were called hillbillies and hayseeds. But now with the Sears Corporation and mail order on the railroads that is, they could get the latest styles from the cities and be up to the times. A young boy in the middle of farm country could get a baseball, a mitt, and a bat and have his own baseball team. So the result was a homogenized America, one in which the wonders of the Industrial Revolution were being brought to the doorstep of rural Americans who up until then had been isolated and could get only the goods that were available at the local general store. For today, Sears Corporation, the prognosis appears grim. Stores are closing everywhere, and Sears even ended its 100-year-old relationship with Whirlpool Appliances and Maytag. Sears is a casualty of the new economy. Though it began as a small mail-order company with only a warehouse and no stores prior to World War I, its heyday was with traditional brick-and-mortar businesses that covered the American landscape. Recently, I think you know that Sears has lost ground to Walmart. Today, companies must respond to a changing population. People buy and sell things with apps on their phones. You can use your phone to get everything from car insurance to a mortgage. A retailer like Amazon began by selling books, but soon branched out into everything from auto parts to diapers. Businesses will always be in flux. There will always be metamorphosis. People will always want new and faster and more convenient ways of buying stuff. We live in a time that an app on your phone can take away not just individual jobs, but entire industries. In the same way, streaming Netflix obliterated Blockbuster video stores, and Airbnb is threatening hotels, and Uber is threatening yellow cab companies. We may see Barnes & Noble even disappear as a result of all the books that can be stored on your Kindle. The story of Sears Corporation is business history, but it's also cultural history. How modern and traditional ways of life were brought together, but also how they can come apart. At one time, most every American shopped at Sears, but the current marketplace is fragmented in ways that no one even seems to be able to perceive and understand today. Sears adjusted to change for more than a century, but sadly, for an American historical institution, it doesn't seem as though it can keep up with the latest dizzying technologies of our 21st century. Macy's appears to be faltering as well. Maybe today, companies have to do both. Have strong online sales coupled with a brick and mortar presence. In recent times, Amazon has acquired Whole Foods. Amazon is now doing business with Kohl's. You can return Amazon merchandise at the local Kohl's that you might go to. Americans want the speed of online purchases, but also sometimes we all just want to go to the mall.